What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is John's Moto Garage. I'm John, and this is where we buy and sell motorcycles on the side, see if we can turn a profit. Today we're going to be going over the numbers on the 2014 Victory Hammer. I did sell the bike, and we'll see today, did I make money, did I take a loss, did I take a hit, or did I break even on the bike? So we'll jump right into that. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my other videos. I show you where I bought this bike, and I do a walk around, ride, cold start, just my overall impressions on the motorcycle. Once we go over the numbers, I'll also show you a quick clip of the people who bought the motorcycle so you can see what all that entails as far as the transaction, as far as all that goes. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Here are the numbers on the 2014 Victory Hammer 8-ball. Alright, so as you can see, I paid $4,700 for the bike. I was able to sell it for $5,800. So I'll pull my calculator. Let's do the math real quick. Alright, so that comes to a profit of $1,100. So I hit my goal. I like to break a G, and on this one we were able to do that. Now, the guy who I bought the bike from, he had it listed for $5,800, and I found it on OfferUp. He'd been trying to get rid of it for well over a year. I hadn't been following it that long, but after talking to him, he told me that was the case. When I first saw it, the bike had been laid down and it had some blemishes. So when I saw it on OfferUp, I initially made him an offer of $4,500, and he wasn't going for that. I eventually came up to $4,700, and we went back and forth for about a month before everything actually worked out. Now, the reason I came in so low, well, a few reasons. For one, I'm not super familiar with the Victory market. This is only the third Victory that I've actually sold. For two, with the cosmetic blemishes, that's always a bit of a wild card, kind of an unknown. You don't know how severe the extent of the damage is, and you don't know if there's always that unknown if you're actually going to be able to get a buyer who can look past those blemishes. And so I always play it safe, err on the side of safety, and I come in very conservative with my offers. So that's why in this case, $4,700 is where I had to be. Now, if you remember from the last video where I picked up the motorcycle, there was a bit of drama. When I got there, the jumper cables were hooked up to the battery. Basically, the battery had died, and it didn't even have enough juice to idle without those jumper cables hooked up to it. And so I wasn't able to take it for a test ride on that first pass when I went to look at the bike. But the guy did replace the battery, so that was a plus. We got a brand new battery in it. So all in, I didn't have to do any maintenance or work on this motorcycle. Bought it as is, sold it as is, was able to turn $1,100 profit. Alright, as far as days on the market goes, I bought the bike on a Saturday and sold it on the following Wednesday. So that's like, what, 4 days on the market. And that's a quick flip for me. I average 1.5 to 2 weeks per bike. But I do on occasion have ones that sell, almost overnight. And right after I posted it, I had a lot of activity, so I knew it'd sell quickly. But these were the first and only people who actually came and looked at the motorcycle. I was asking $6,300, so they did get it for $500 under my asking price, which even at that price point, great deal. They got a bargain. In fact, I had somebody offering me $6,000 a few hours after they bought it. So all in all, not a bad deal at all. So here they are coming to check out the bike. This was the first day they showed up. They didn't actually buy it this first day. They were looking at a few bikes and didn't even have cash, but very cool guys, father and son. The father was the one looking to buy the bike. The son actually flipped dirt bikes on the side, so he's telling me a little bit about that, which I've never ventured into yet.
This is look where your wrists are. That's where they should. No doubt they're great bikes, but they're level here.
I'm going to start the bike up, so heads up, it's loud if you're using headphones. video ended kind of abruptly. 2 days later, they hit me up. They offered $5,500 over the phone. I told them I would do 58, and they wanted the bike, so 58 was the deal. They got the cash and showed up when they said they would. They didn't even take the bike for a test ride before buying it, which usually people want to, but they're pretty laid back, and they could tell it was a solid bike, good condition, all that. Here he is checking the VIN with the title. All that necessary stuff, making sure right bike, right VIN, clean.
You enjoy the ride, no wheelies, no stoppies.
Yeah. This guy, I watch him.
Yeah. See you guys.
Alright, take it easy.
Top it off for you guys.
Alright. Thanks, John.
Take it easy, guys.
You too.
Alright you guys, that will wrap it up for today's video. Real quick before we close, I wanted to show you my post on Craigslist, just to give you an idea of how I do it. So again, the 2014 Victory Hammer 8-ball, 106 cubic inch. I like to take high quality images, and you can use a cell phone for this. That'll cut it these days. And then I like to make sure I document any and all blemishes, anything that potentially will turn away interested buyers. So up front, I make sure I take pictures, especially with a bike that's been down. You want to highlight everything, and that way that by the time they get to your garage, you know they're interested. They can't pull a fast one on you. As far as the body of the post, I keep it pretty straightforward, just sticking to the pertinent information, and of course I disclose that the bike was tipped once on left pulling out of driveway, resulting in a few minor blemishes. See pics. Let the pics speak for themselves. The potential buyer can draw their own conclusion, and if they're interested, they can hit you up. Also, we'll take a quick look at the KBB value. Trade-in $5,930, retail $8,500. Absolutely no way in the market here that you're going to get near $8,500 for that bike, as much as you'd like to think. And $5,930, I sold it for $5,800. So those guys freaking robbed me. They got away with buying it under trade-in value. These KBB values are more than anything just to give you an idea. Not all bikes fall into that parameter. You definitely have your outliers. It varies by the Moto. Typically though, if you're getting it for below trade-in value or even at trade-in value, you're pretty safe, as long as the bike itself checks out. Alright amigos, as always, thanks for tuning in. We will hit you up on the next one. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe, share with your amigos, and we will see you later. Nos vemos.